Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video as a YouTuber, so feel free to share any opinions and comments below. So to give a brief introduction, you can call me Kura. And I'll be posting videos about classics I have read, sharing my critical thinking about the content in each book, and analyze the philosophy behind literature. Now, I understand that classics and philosophy might sound boring, and some of you might just want to click exits and watch other YouTubers who stream games and other stuffs. I totally understand that because I was once the one who would leave if I watched this video. I used to think that literature are so tedious, and I was arrogant to conclude that all the philosophies and stuffs are meaningless and will not help me by any means in my life. Indeed, most people are probably intimidated by the length and the confusing content in classics, so most people probably choose to play online games or watch TV shows in their leisure time rather than reading books. So, to mention in advance, my targeted audiences are mainly teenagers like me and young adults ranging from about 18 to 25 years old. And here's a belief that I consider to be very important and firm. Reading classics is not supposed to be a hobby. It is an imperative. Young people nowadays, like us, have no rights to say no to classics. Sorry, let me just start a new one. Now, I know this might sound a bit extreme and absolute, but I have reasons to support this claim. We all have to admit that this world is changing at a rapid pace. Everything is changing so fast that nothing seems to preserve in a flash of time. And information about almost everything becomes accessible due to the internet. Of course, the development of technology benefit the human society in aspects like, for example, healthcare and communication, but most people fail to occupy a corresponding thinking and theory system to cope with the fast changing world and the ubiquitous information and alienation due to technology. This leads to the failure of majority of the population to fully realize their current situation and make rightful decisions to navigate their life. It also provides an environment where those twisted and incorrect values germinate in the society and affects the population, especially those susceptible youths, including me, who are not mature enough to protect themselves. I know all of these might sound very abstract and vague, and I have to apologize here for my weak language skills and logic to fully convey my thoughts. And I have to say sorry also for my voice because I'm a bit sick today. So let me think how I should make this clearer to help my illustration. So let's just talk about money worship and materialism, for example. So These two are common symptoms among teenagers and young adults nowadays, and they usually come together and became prevalent in our society. Gold and silver as currency were originally a commodity, but after gold and silver became money, it gave young people the illusion that money had all the power to represent human labor and to buy all goods and determine the fates of everyone. In contemporary society, the pursuit of money becomes everything in our life. A few of us eventually become tightwads like Harpagon in The Miser. While most others prefer to spend all their money on luxuries like houses, jewelries, and foods, they think that with all the money they have and all the joy they receive from the spend of money, they can fulfill their desire and stay happy in the rest of their life. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Some of these people either end up in nihilism or other unfortunate mental states. Why would it happen? Well, Zizek once said that there's nothing natural about our desire. We have been taught how to desire. So, all of these common life pursuits, money, prestige, women, luxuries, are shaped by the society. And the society want us to believe that when we achieve all of these, we gain the ultimate happiness in our life. Most youths nowadays fail to realize that their desire is actually shaped by the ubiquitous information in their life and they become alienated. To explain what I mean by alienated, alienation refers to the process where, under capitalism or the societal structure, surplus, so whereby capitalism surplus value is whitewashed as operating profits, labor force becomes a commodity, and working people are reduced to slaves of capitalists, machines that can only work. Specifically, alienation includes the alienation of labor products and laborers, the alienation of production processes and laborers, the alienation of human nature and human beings, and the alienation of human relations. Youth nowadays see people showing their fancy and luxurious life on TikTok and inevitably falls into the trap of this monetary ideology, which here I refers to money worship and materialism. They would use their parents' money to consume shoes, clothes, video games, and many others. So, from my opinion, those who establish their glamorous life based on others' devotion are the weakest ones that I despise. Unfortunately, I have some classmates who are just like above. Everyone knows that money is important, but only a few knows what it really grants people. So I'm going to stop here about the money stuffs. I just want to demonstrate that I know so much because I read classics and learned from the books. Otherwise, I would probably fall into the same trap and it would be very hard for me to escape. So after talking so much, some of you might think that I am trying to become some kind of those old wise men in fantasy movies who would tell people what they should do in their life. And I have to clarify that this is not my goal. There's an idiom saying that give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach the man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. In my channel, I will try my best to guide you, analyze, and comprehend the philosophy and thoughts in each classics I have read so far. And hopefully, these thoughts can guide you out of the struggle and the problems in your life. I've undergone the experience of struggling in my life and then eventually find my life goal. So I just want to help those who have the similar experiences with me. By helping you understand the thinking, you can develop your own critical thinking and theory system to cope with the dilemmas and various traps in your life. So, alright, that's pretty much for my first video.